towards the darkness.
Nah, yo, look towards the light.
Yo, what the? Yo, what is that?
It's a supernova.
Nah, man, that's a black hole.
Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound. The black prophet one day.
Okay, so here we go. Check this one. What is it with Black Britain's conscious community's infatuation with Jeremy Corbyn? For real. They spend years and years attacking the falsehood of the white Jesus Messiah syndrome. But at the drop of a hat, what do? They all dutifully line up behind Jeremy Corbyn, who many see as a political messiah. Patrick Vernon, a dude that I debated with on a recent radio broadcast, Toyin Agbitu, Akala, Ishmael Blagrove, many others have all been vocal in pledging their support for Mr. Corbyn for various reasons. But contrast this to when Dwayne Brooks took the bold step to run for mayor of Lewisham very recently. Where was all these endorsements from these so-called progressive black voices who are now tweeting, blogging and slobbering their support for Jeremy Corbyn? What do they see in him? It's the height of political naivety. Check this one, let me break it down for you. Over in the United States, African American voters have been taken for granted by the Democratic Party for several generations, even though it was the Democratic Party that formed the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. That's right. While here we are in Britain, the worst areas for racial inequality are all Labour run, Labour controlled, with Labour MPs and Labour councillors. If you don't believe me, go read the Runnymede Trust report from 2016 on racial inequality. They break it down. So take a look around, people. What actions have been taken to tackle these deep-rooted inequalities in education, employment, health and housing? But come June the 8th, hoodwinked black people are going out, voting red and giving up their hard-earned votes to re-elect anti-Corbyn Labour MPs who have just spent the last 2 years in open revolt against Mr. Corbyn and his leadership, making his position virtually untenable. Of the 200 odd Labour MPs, at least 170 of them were in open revolt against his leadership. So supporting these characters is the height of political folly. Something those black thinkers that are making noise for Corbyn either don't see or choose to ignore. Which one it is, I really don't know. Unlike the United States, Britain does not have a presidential voting system, which is where the nation votes for the president, but then on top of that they vote for their individual state senators and their local congressmen, or congressperson I should say, political correctness, right? Over here, voters only vote for their local MP. Therefore, only the people who live in the Islington constituency where Jeremy Corbyn is standing actually get the opportunity to vote for JC and see his name appear on the ballot paper. Check it. That's one constituency out of 650. So the other supporters outside of Islington have to make do with whoever their local Labour group serves up. And trust me, there's a right dodgy bunch out there. Let's be very clear. The destruction of much of London's black communities happened entirely at the behest of Labour politicians, with the ethnic cleansing of Brixton being the most notable example. That's right, Lambeth is the #1 most racially unequal spot. And who's in the town hall? Labour. Who's the MPs? Labour. Who's the councillors? Labour. That's the most notable example. But there's also the sale of the Haygate estate and the Aylesbury estate down in Southwark, Elephant and Castle, to property developers, again under Labour, and that resulted in thousands and a couple thousand people, working class and black people, being removed from their homes and their community. Whilst over in North London, Tottenham, Broadwater Farm Estate is now at risk from yet, guess what? Another Labour-controlled council. This is what many of the caught up, this for me is a bit confusing, because those anti-intellectual endorsements, those people either will not admit that their blind support for Labour is actually an endorsement of the destruction of our communities. That's the madness of it. And our communities are being destroyed by those people that were elected to serve our communities. That's the irony. So when will Labour introduce policies that actually protect and serve our communities? Before you give up the vote, that's the question you need to be asking. So when these people are saying to you, go out and vote for this, what do you get in return? Have those pro-black Jeremy Corbyn supporters, the Corbynites, have they ever listened to, much less understood, the words of Malcolm X in his classic 1964 speech, the ballot or the bullet? Because Malcolm breaks it down, he makes it plain. Or, rather than listen to Malcolm, do they still inhabit that mental plantation? You know, the one that Bob Marley spoke about, where you emancipate yourself from it? Do they still inhabit that mental plantation and the religious imagery connected to it? That imagery of a bearded, sandal-wearing white messiah figure with the initials JC, who is being viewed as our saviour. I'm sure we've been here before 2,000 years ago. It won't be a happy ending. Peace. Proper education always corrects errors. Peace.
Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't stop the profit.
Yo, Robert, come here real quick. Yo, I just saw Ignorance downtown. Let me put you on.
Word, he down there bugging. He got them ill and out. They shooting everything out.
Let's continue the saga, mad drama. I met this chick, she said she knew where ignorance was at. I said where? She said downtown. He had babies having babies and young niggas selling crack.